Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, OTB Discs sent me a couple discs to try out on my channel, so I'm excited to try them, but there's one problem. They're MVP discs. Now, I don't have a problem with the company MVP at all. I think they're a great company. I love James Conrad and all those folks over there, but I'm just not a huge fan of the way they feel. I know it's a little controversial because I know a lot of you guys out there love MVP discs, but let's see what's inside this. So these are Eclipse Waves. We've got this one with the OTB open stamp on it. They sent me this one with a little mini alien stamp on there. 173 gram and 174 gram. Also hooked me up with a bunch of stickers. Real quick, huge shout out to Samuel from OTB Discs for hooking me up with these discs. I really appreciate you for hooking me up with these. So let me kind of explain my feelings for MVP discs. I have no problem with their plastic. I think their plastic is some of the best out there. I've felt a lot of it, and I think it's all really good. It's not the plastic. I'm not a fan of overmold, and it's not just MVP. Innova, when they tried to do it with the Nova and the Atlas, they did a horrible job with that, and I really hated it. And so when I tried some MVP, it just reminded me of the Innova overmold stuff, and it kind of grossed me out a little bit. I mean, all that to say, MVP it is very seamless, and they do a really good job of making overmold. I've just never been a huge fan, and I've never felt really confident with their discs, but I think this is a great opportunity to try to get over my fear of MVP discs, try to look past the overmold stuff and see if they fly good, and see if it makes the bag. From what I've heard, these are like way more overstable than your typical wave. I threw a wave around a little bit. I remember it being pretty understable, but these are apparently pretty overstable. But I brought a couple discs to compare it to. The flight numbers on these are 11.5, -2.2. So I brought a brand new Surge SS from a mystery box video, which you can check out up there. But it's an 11.5, -2.2. And then I also brought an Active Premium Mentor, which is the same numbers. I have a good feeling this is gonna be a lot flippier than the rest of them, because all the active line stuff has always flown flippier than I was expecting. These also feel really good. They feel a little tad bit slower than these 11 speeds. They feel really good. The plastic feels really great. And these stamps look awesome. Thank you so much for sending me 2 different stamps. If you guys want one of these, I'll put a link down there to where you guys can get them at OTB Discs. These I believe are exclusive to OTB Discs, so you definitely want to go get one of those. But without any further ado, let's give these a few throws, and we'll compare them to these, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. Let's see how they fly. All right, I'm gonna start just by throwing them about 50% power flat. I'll start out with this OTB open stamped one. All right, that first one flew really good. It had a slight bit of turn to it. I think I released it pretty flat. It just had a slight bit of turn, and then it finished to the left. Yeah, that flew good. All right, I turned that one over a little bit, but it still almost fought out there at the end. Had a lot of glide. All right, I'm gonna try out this Surge SS. Gonna try to throw it the same as I did that first one. All right, that one was a lot flippier than the waves. I threw it flat, and we do have a little slight headwind, but it turned over, held that almost to the ground. It started to fight out. But let's try out this Mentor and see how it flies. All right, that flew just about the same as the Surge. I did turn that one over a little bit. From what I was told, these are supposed to be a lot more overstable than your typical wave, and I think that's probably true, because the only other wave that I've thrown was a lot more unstable than those two. All right, I lasered all those at about 310 feet. The wave I turned over ended up going about 370, which is pretty impressive. But now I'm gonna try to throw them on a little bit of hyzer back towards that gazebo and just kind of see how much glide they got, see if they have that pushing hyzer that I'm looking for when it comes to kind of a control driver. The gazebo over there is about 430 feet away. I'm gonna try to throw these a little bit harder with a little bit more hyzer and see what they do. All right, we'll start with the wave. That was really nice. That last one I released a little bit nose up, but it still got a little bit of flex to it and then dumped out at the end there. Those all flew really good. I would say the Mentor is a little bit more stable than I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more flippy just because of what the other active line discs have done, but both of those waves flew pretty similarly. The alien stamped one had a little bit more flip up to it, but they both flew really nice. All right, those ones all flew just shy of 400 feet, but they all flew really nice. I had a little bit of a tailwind there, but now I'm gonna try to throw them back the other way and on some forehands. I'm not really great at forehands, but I'm gonna try to just throw them relatively flat and see what kind of flight we get out of there with the extra torque. All right, we're gonna go with the OTB open one. All right, that wasn't great. All right, let's try that again. Let's get them up in the air a little bit. All right, I hit that one on a little bit of hyzer. Had a little bit of flip up, but didn't go super far. All right, so now I'm gonna try to throw these max distance. I've got a great tailwind right here, and I'm gonna throw all the way down to that tree line down there, which is about 700 feet away. And I'm just gonna see how far these things go. So they all ended up going pretty far. This one ended up going the farthest at 452 feet, which is pretty impressive. I did have a good tailwind, but that was pretty far. All right, so my final thoughts about the Eclipse Waves is the overmold did not bother me at all. I think after feeling and throwing these that it's purely mental, because the overmold did not bother me at all. It felt really good, it felt seamless. The only thing I will say is that there are like on either side of where the overmold is, there's like a little, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like this little flat thing on either side of the disc. And it makes me wonder if the rings are made in like strips when they manufacture them and then they piece them together. But other than that, they feel really comfortable. I've heard that these have really good glow, and I'll put some footage right now here of what they look like when they glow. A great way to make them glow really bright is to use the halo, which I'll put a link to the video where I did a review of the halo, but that thing makes them glow super bright without ruining your night vision when you're out playing glow disc golf. So check that out, but that's how well they glow. Yeah, but overall these were relatively overstable compared to the Surge and the Mentor, which I think I was expecting. I was told these were going to be more overstable. They did have a lot of that pushing glide that I look for in a control driver. Beginners that are starting to get a hang of the game and are looking for a driver that's going to kind of push them to the next level as far as distance goes, I think this is a great option because it's got stability, but not so much that you can't throw it far, not so much that it's just going to dump out on you. I think this is a great option. And also I think they look really sweet with these stamps. That OTB open, that wolf, and that little alien stamp looks really clean. The sun's getting in my eyes. Thanks again for sending these over to me. I really enjoyed trying them out. So yeah guys, head over to otbdisc.com, get yourself one of these Eclipse Waves. They didn't disappoint. They're very versatile and I can see myself using these for a lot of different shots. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.